Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Sunday, April 10th, 2016. Phil and our Ra, and also 18-year-old Luce are in the Lynn-Life, and another young Luce, who seems to also be about 12 years old, is in the Jamie Body Mind. It's a different young Luce than the one we called 12-year-old Luce, and I can understand that that's confusing.
That's true.
Other teammates are in other dimensions. All of us are subatomic to someone, and most of us are in the physical dimension. We are continuing in our quest to reestablish Search for Truth space. As always, our foundational intention is to do what is ours to do right now. In all dimensions, to manifest the divine plan. The data very clearly showing what's needed is to provide a collective restart. Recent events underscoring that. With that, the formally videoed portions of today's efforts begin. Another big cavern opening feeling.
That's true.
Feels like basic training is settling down again.
That's true.
And all those lost children who we were calling up, children who had lost their way from a search for truth, who had forgotten to ask, wait a minute, what's really going on?
That's true.
Drawing them back in, loosened up the gunk, and now we have another big open area to clear of debris.
That's true. Pulsing it up, focusing at the back, looking up through the rear view mirrors.
Looking up and looking down
through the rear view mirrors. That's what I meant and said badly. Ah! So, whoever did that, pointing up. There. To whoever made that mistake, you, right there, right there. We want a restraining order against you and everybody of your vibration and or lower vibrations. And live streaming it up past you, because I don't really think you're going to do it.
No, it isn't likely that you would self-report, but somebody doesn't like you.
Somebody doesn't like you.
Everybody has people who don't like them, and somebody will very happily turn you in. So it would look much better on your record if you turn yourself in.
That's true.
We want a restraining order against you
and
everyone with your vibrations and or lower vibrations. Don't contact us for any reason whatsoever.
That's true.
Stay away. We want a restraining order. What do I know? I know that nothing matters more than survival of the truth.
That's true.
That when we can't tell what's true, it doesn't matter that we're intending to support the needs of the greater good. If we can't tell what actually will support the needs of the greater good, then we are making mistakes left and right.
That's true.
And I also know that nothing matters more than the needs of the greater good.
That's true.
So in the search, and what else do I know? In the Search for Truth community, our assignment is to continually search for truth, to have a place that people who really want to know what's really going on can come, so that they can search for truth without the currents of lies pressing on them too thickly, so they stand a chance of coming to some clarity.
That's true.
And therefore reestablishing Search for Truth space really matters.
That's true.
There's a keep going hand motion. In order to reestablish Search for Truth space, we have to have a cloistered environment.
That's true.
There's the keep going hand motion. Every time something breaks, it's multiple interactions with Planet Crazy, because for the most part these are bizarre things breaking that when the repairmen come, they say in 10 years they've never seen this part break.
That's true.
And these aren't things that we have the tools to fix, the access to the resources to fix. And so every single time you guys break things, there are interactions with Planet Crazy as a requirement.
That's true.
Stop breaking things.
Oh, this makes sense. If someone wanted to stop us from searching for truth, they would break things so that we would have to have interaction with Planet Crazy, so that it was harder and harder and harder and ultimately impossible to keep searching for truth.
Well, that's their plan, but it isn't.
Right, that's their plan.
Right. And the things they break are so bizarre and out there and have multiple implications for repairs.
That's true.
That they're making it as difficult as possible to maintain cloistering.
That's true. Wow, it's going to look so bad on their record. That's going to look so bad.
It does look bad.
That's true, it does look so bad.
It's already on your record.
It's there.
I see lots of skulking away motion.
I feel
skulking away.
This looks so bad.
All presences who ordered anything to be broken in the last year, we'll just draw the line there.
That's true.
We want a restraining order against you and everyone with your vibrations or lower.
And or lower.
And I see a lot of purported team members. Quite clearly you ordered things to be broken and you're saying, but this doesn't count because blah blah. It all counts. Everything counts. It all counts. Now you can correct your error and make it right, but everything actually does count. Everything is on the record. Nothing doesn't count. Nothing's off the record. Everything counts.
Luce is very sad. Very upset, our Luce. And he has this feeling of like, oh, I had to break those things. It was so important. Or like the feeling is like, in the moment I didn't see any other thing I could have done, and it felt so important.
It did. I understand that. And I also understand that you alone, of everybody, are able to send little bits of money here and there, and you feel like sending the money to pay for your breakages somehow makes it right, but you're leaving out the actual personal cost to the Search for Truth effort of all the interactions that are required.
That's true. And he feels that's true.
He knows it to be true, and he's not arguing.
No, he's not arguing.
He's saying, good, I see
That's
it.
a good point.
All right. A good error correction works if you're actually intending to never do it again.
That's true.
And to whoever's arguing with it, we want a restraining order against you and everyone with your vibrations and or lower vibrations.
That's true.
And because we know you don't have integrity, we're live streaming up past you to a pretty big audience.
That's
and
true.
There's somebody out there who doesn't like you. I guarantee that. Everybody has people who don't like them.
That's true.
And people who don't like you are going to be gleefully reporting this if you don't self-report. It's so much better on our karmic records when we self-report our actions.
That's true.
To confess. It's part of many spiritual traditions. This isn't out there, fella.
That's true. Now I feel skulky away.
Right.
Feelings.
Restraining orders against those people and
everybody
everybody
with their vibration
or lower vibrations.
And or lower vibrations.
And or lower. And we know that we have to word it so precisely because you guys are looking for any possible fig leaf to clutch to.
That's true.
And we learned many decades ago to take away the excuses. Thank you, Rich Confessore. Take away the excuses. Don't leave the fig leaf.
This is noticeable. There are several flies and an ant on my right foot.
Oh, I see it.
Right? And there's the ant crawling up the leg.
And there's no reason.
And they're not on any of the other 3 feet.
Whatever now that we have pointed it out, they're scattered.
Yeah, abandoning ship.
Whoever's sending this in.
We want a restraining order against you and everybody of your vibration and or of lower vibration. And live streaming it up past you. Live streaming it up past you.
Why are we doing this?
Why? Because I don't believe...
Because it doesn't feel like good intention.
That's true.
It doesn't feel like good intention. And if you have good intention, state your reasons clearly. And show some ID.
That's true.
It's somebody who sends in messages. I can see you trying to hide behind that pillar.
That's true.
I can see you. You're trying to hide your face.
That's true.
And your intentions feel bad. I can see you.
And it's kind of comical because the pillar is really, really skinny, but your body is big, and so you stick out from either side of the pillar.
You look like a brain-damaged idiot.
That's true.
By the technical definition of what that would mean. That's a technical term.
That's true.
That's not a slur.
No.
You look like somebody, because you're an adult, not a child. If that were a 2-year-old, it wouldn't look like there was brain damage.
No.
But you're an adult quite clearly, and you're acting like a 2-year-old, like you think you can hide behind something that's far thinner than you are.
That's true.
I can see you. And I can tell that I've run into you before.
You
I
are
know
familiar,
you're familiar
to us. Live streaming up way past you.
But now, in order to reestablish Search for Truth space, does anything matter more than survival of the truth? To conduct that inquiry, each of us for ourselves, does anything matter more? Not for each of us for ourselves, because people don't do it. To do it in public.
That's true.
In private, people don't. They drop the inquiry because it's too confrontational.
That's true.
And they don't have the strength of character to press on regardless. I see people signing a document. These are our purported teammates. They're signing a document, and they're doing it without hesitation, saying nothing matters more than survival of the truth.
That is true.
But I've seen you guys sign so many documents
and
then say, oh, that was a lovely meeting, now let's get back to the business of lying, cheating, and stealing.
That's true.
Basically, because that's what body snatching is, lying, cheating, and stealing.
That's true.
You're stealing resources of the life. You're lying to the life about why you're stealing the resources. You're cheating yourself and the life of the chance to fulfill soul purpose, because you're not working toward the soul purpose, and that's the point of being in a body.
That's true.
I don't get a lot of argument feelings.
No, I don't feel anyone arguing.
What do I know? I know that Ra has been culling the herd
Yes,
all
true.
night long, and all so far this morning he's continuing. Everybody's having to re-audition for their jobs. All of us have to re-audition, and a lot of people are gone, and the people who are left see that what's happening is happening.
That's
and
true.
They're choosing to get better attitudes, at least temporarily. Now, many of these people, it's going to take a lot more than that to convince me that you're somebody I want to work with. And I can feel that somebody just gave me a headache, and I'm not confused about what that meant.
That's true.
And your fingerprints are on it, whoever it was, and I'm live streaming it up.
Live streaming it way, way up.
What does that remind me of? It reminds me of when Dred Scott put the stopper in our inquiry. We were doing some kind of Search for Truth inquiry, and he didn't want us to arrive at what was coming next, and he put a stopper in it. And that's exactly how that felt. Somebody just wanted to put a stopper in that inquiry.
That's true.
And the only question is who. And friend, self-reporting will go a lot better.
That's true.
That person right there.
Yeah, that person.
It's a shame, because it's somebody I like working with.
That's true.
But, oh well.
Well, what's the right thing to do? To get a restraining order against that person? It doesn't feel like the right thing to do.
No, the front door is always open.
That's true.
You can begin again, but you have to intend to participate in the work. This is a workplace.
That's true.
And this is a workplace with the assignment to upgrade the standards of integrity to that which will actually work to manifest the divine plan, and to search for truth and live with integrity. And what you just did had no integrity.
That's true.
So you're going to have to do a good error corrections, come back in and try again.
That's true.
If you want to work here.
And right there I got prickly itchy on the back of the neck. So, reaching up, whoever's sending in the prickly itchy on the back of the neck, that person. We want a restraining order against you and every one of your vibration and or of lower vibration. We're live streaming it up past you.
And so to our Ra, no, I don't expect you to be a miracle worker, but I do know that if the problems don't resolve soon, then you aren't really trying to resolve them.
That's true.
And I don't know exactly what soon means. We haven't gotten there yet. But you might not have as much time as you think you have to resolve these. Usually people don't.
That's true.
What do I know? I know when people leave the seat that they decline. And I also know that time is different on different sides of portals.
That's true.
And while to us, he was only gone, maybe fully gone for a day, he could be lifetimes past it.
That's
from his
true.
side of the portal, and so it could have been a really long time.
That's true.
And so what would be most inconvenient? Most inconvenient would be to assume that what we have now is just another aspect of Ra, like all the others.
That's true.
And not actually our Ra back. Like, it's our Ra, but it's our Ra
deteriorated.
Many, many years down the road.
That's true.
And what do I know? I know that from watching Asha and how she deteriorated, and watching Black Wolf and watching how he deteriorated, that they aren't the same after a while.
That's true.
Unfortunately. So to not be negative, but also to watch with clear eyes and not with rose-colored glasses. And then to look for the intersection of interests. Here, what we're going to search for is this. We're searching up for a vibration that's higher than the highest vibration already present in the Search for Truth community.
That's true.
Whoever that is at any moment.
That's true.
Sometimes our loose is really singing along. Sometimes one of the fills is hitting it.
That's true.
Sometimes this one is doing well. Sometimes that one is doing well. But there's always somebody with the highest vibration here, just by definition. And to be searching for a vibration that's higher than the highest vibration we currently have.
That's true. Sending up the work.
And so we see that our Ra is willing to thin the herd here. And that his being here does shine light. He's shining a bright light up and down and saying, everybody, it's time to look at our own flaws. Do it now.
That's true.
And that him here is definitely decreasing the parade of body snatchers. And so there is an intersection of interests, but do not be confused about it. We're working at the level of an intersection of interests.
That's true.
And what do I know? It takes a while for the effects of being in the seat to become powerful. It does. You know, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. After 3 weeks in the seat, if he stays, then he's likely to once more be a really good person.
That's true.
If he stays and doesn't fight it.
Right. That's true.
See how they do it as soon as they... It's okay to just narrate.
So what happened was, we were working the footage from yesterday's session, which would be episode 598, and in the middle of working the footage,
Which was about breaking things.
Suddenly the screen flashed and then went blue, and it was
Big bad error.
big bad blue error message, and it said restart the computer. So we turned the computer off, and then by itself it started restarting, and now the computer is coming back. This is our editing computer where all of the footage from all of the sessions is edited into the episodes that we post on YouTube. And this computer has experienced a lot of glitches recently.
A lot of abuse.
A lot of abuse.
This is breaking things.
This is breaking
And
things.
I see who did it. I can see you. I can see you.
I see you.
I see your feet. I see your legs. I can come up to your face, and you feel vaguely militaristic, kind of like an Ulysses type.
That's true.
And that it's you. You did this, and your ID is now linked to it, and we're live streaming it past you.
That's true.